Now surrender, hopping boy, or this charming young chippy is added to my score. You killed my hostage. You killed my hostage. You killed my hostage! Ouch. Of course I've got a problem with women! Everyone has a problem with women, because women taunt and tease, because they are attractive and they punish you for being attracted. You clue.
So it's my fault.
I'm not the one who wears underwear outside her clothes.
This has nothing to do with the clothes I wear. You broke into my house and kidnapped me. You're twisted as a corkscrew and looking to find someone, women, feminism, me, to blame it on. Quit.
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
All right. Let's go. All right, then. Let's get right to it. Welcome, everybody. I am Lorenzo, and this is the Wednesday New Comic Book Day live stream presented by the Alternative City Shop. The Alternative City Shop is where you'll find comic books, t-shirts, and some one-of-a-kind artwork by yours truly. There are indie and superhero mystery boxes filled with comics from my collection. There are also pins and pocket mirrors made from images cut from superhero comic books. There is no YouTube sponsorships or Patreon for this show, so if you want to show your support, this is how you do it. That's right, and you want to get this. Not that many of these shirts left. This is a closeout item, pretty much. It's in the closeout section. You can also get the Indie Comics logo, which is coming soon. Actually, you can't get that, but you can get the Ninja Bunny Assassin. You can get the which one is that again? The Penultimate shirt. I should remember my own shirts, right? Because you forget about stuff like that. And you can also get the Awesome 5 shirt, which I love that logo because, hey, if I do say so myself, it's pretty cool. What you saw on the intro there was another shout out to Sam Keith, who passed last week. That was the Max. Hard to play a lot of stuff from the Max because there's a lot of music mixed in with that. You don't want to cross the wrong line with that. There's a couple bits from the Max. There's a bit of Drewski there. Have to admit, quiet as kept, I did not know who Drewski was, as I did not know who Afro Man was for a few weeks ago. So, hey, let your slings and arrows come at me for not knowing stuff that's recent, but hey, it is. At least I discovered him recently, and he's pretty damn funny. And also, who's pretty damn funny is my co-host here. Hey, Phil Streethouse.
Wow, I'm not worthy.
Am I like? Am I seeing that? Am I tripping? Is that always
where's Larry Love?
Larry Love? I know, right? Here's Larry Love.
Could have a DJ duo or I don't know, voice off.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. You?
I just found out via you that Sam Keith passed.
Really?
Yeah, I've been a huge fan of Sam Keith. I did I don't know, it was a crowdfunding thing. And one of the things I got from him was a wall calendar, an autograph wall calendar that included a very limited edition black and white print, etc. Anyway, I loved the Max when it was first on. I forget though. Was it MTV?
Yes, it was MTV.
Okay, and Aeon Flux was back to back with it somehow.
I think they both were maybe part of Liquid Television at one point. and they spun off and become their own series, but they were both on MTV.
All right.
Very nice animation programs.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I loved his stuff. Oh, and I love it when he does Batman. Sam Keith Batman.
Sam Keith, yes. Yes, he did Batman. He got to play in that sandbox. He did Wolverine and who else? Wolverine and Deadpool, was it? Or somebody over at Marvel. I know he did Wolverine for sure. He did the Wolverine series of Marvel Comics Presents, but it's like show like, you know, these episodes of not episodes, but show these issues of I guess non-continuity or something like that. But I used to have all those issues and I gave them up, unfortunately. I regret not having them at some point, but
yeah.
Max.
Anyway, and whatever that other clip was, I never saw that before. That was some creepy stuff, Lorenzo. I think I'm gonna have to go take a bath after this.
Will haunt your dreams. That, my friend, is Drewski. Drewski, who I just discovered, and apparently is a comedian. The young folks already know about, and he's got this thing called "Could Have Been, Should Have Been Love" or something like that, which is like a reality show, you know, love parody as well, which was pretty entertaining. I went to his channel and watched that. I was kind of like, you know, train wrecking on that for a while. Like, wow, I didn't know this existed, but it's pretty funny. And then, of course, the imitation of the conservative woman who will go nameless there for lack of litigation and things like that, don't you know? So we won't say anything.
Look over there.
That's right. That's all I have to say about that. All right, let's shout out the chat. Of course, there's a lovely Janet. Thank you so much, dear, for being who you are. Here's Dan. What's up, Dan? Good to see you, sir. And of course, there's you. There's Phil. Phil Streethouse. Not spelled the same way. Hey, Roscoe. I hope you're doing okay too, sir. Good to see you, man. I'm sorry I missed you last night, man. But I'm as absent-minded as an old professor, except without the knowledge. You're off the time, I imagine.
No, we weren't on. You're off the hook.
You weren't on?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't miss you then. Oh, never mind. Sam Keith, yes.
Don't let it happen again.
That point. I know, right? I could have got away with that and said, oh, what were you guys last night? I was waiting for you. Oh, perfect chance to get away with something. Didn't do it. That's what I get for being honest. Ojito, good evening, sir. Good evening to you. And I want to say that's everybody so far. Yeah, and while we're doing that, man, something completely, nothing to do whatsoever with comics. But I saw this short video. I'm going to play a little bit of it for you guys. It has nothing to do with comics, but I think it has a lot to do with mankind. You know, this is from a channel that I watch. A young lady. What is her channel? Married to a Lunatic is what she goes by. I think her name is Bo Grant. And this is a short video about something that happened like not far from where we live. Let's play it for you.
Chairgate began as a woman driving by seeing a ton of chairs abandoned on the side of the road. And whenever she pulled over to see exactly what this was, she realized this was actually a ton of chairs. A ton of chairs that look like they were in pretty good condition, except for one thing. This woman has zero experience dumpster diving, so when she saw all these chairs, got close to them, saw they were in great shape, she was like, oh, this is awesome. But then she realized the legs were cut off of some of them. As she looked these chairs over, taking some of them out, she realized one leg on each chair had been sawed off. She was in the parking lot of a very nice restaurant in Tacoma, Washington. Her question is, these are quality chairs. Why did they sew off one leg on each chair? So then she went up to one of the bags that were sitting underneath these chairs, and sure enough, those were the legs to each of these chairs that someone sawed off. Is this a normal thing that people do with furniture they don't want other people to have? Because then she's like, okay, well, I found the legs. Maybe I can glue it back. But then upon further inspection, she realized that every single leg was cut off at a different length. So not only did they cut off one leg on every single one of these stools that look like they're in really good condition and could have been repurposed, they made sure to cut them off at different lengths so that no one could put them back together. Whole thing comes off super shady, but the restaurant she's standing next to appears to be a super nice restaurant with one of those 360 views of the city. If anyone has worked in one of these nice restaurants and can explain the thinking behind this, I would genuinely love to hear the reason behind this, because this one walked up to a pile of chairs, and that
Okay.
I have a theory.
Okay, please help me understand what the mindset is this.
I will liken it to only one other thing I'm aware of in the retail industry, and it happens in the book market, at the book retailer level, like Barnes and Noble will say. I don't know that Barnes and Noble does this, but have you ever seen, or have you ever been, are you aware that sometimes when returning a book, a retailer will tear the cover off and then return the book? Or have you ever encountered paperbacks, and this happens paperbacks only, I believe. Have you ever encountered paperbacks at a secondhand store or whatever that the only thing wrong with them is the cover is torn off?
I have, yeah. I used to do comic books like that back in the day, you know.
Okay. And ultimately, that item is being declared as a loss by that retailer. So what they're doing is they're tearing off the cover and they send the cover back for credit. Now, that's the only thing that's remotely like what they're seeing there. The only thing I can think of is that restaurant declared those chairs a loss. Now, are both of them very wasteful? Oh, I would say the chair one is more wasteful.
Yeah.
The book you can still read without a cover.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, yeah.
What would happen if they didn't saw the leg? I get to think about the book, because the book has to be declared, and those books probably get sold or read, like you say, by somebody else also, as those comic books did back in the day. I mean, they got sold again, even though the retailers say, like, no, we couldn't sell those. Here's the cover. You know, they end up selling it anyway.
Yeah. That's what happens. You're not supposed to buy those books now because they've been declared a loss, and no one should be profiting for that book now. That's
okay. But I mean, but with the restaurant, let's say, and this is just hypothetical. The restaurant owner, fancy restaurant, like the woman said, probably that's where it came from, because you're not going to travel miles away to to dump your chairs in a dumpster somewhere where you're not close by. So it's probably that restaurant that's close by that did it. They make a lot of money. We're going to buy new furniture. We're going to throw out the old furniture and make damn sure that nobody ever uses that furniture.
You know, you would think, though, for the effort that it took somebody to saw off every chair, one leg of every chair, you might as well just kind of load them up into a truck, or just call Goodwill and say, come pick all these chairs up. Just donate them and take a tax write-off or something. Give them away.
That's the key right there. I think a lot of thought went into this. I don't think there was any logical reason for them to do this, other than the fact that I don't want anybody else sitting their asses in my chairs that I paid for who are undeserving of it. I paid for these chairs. I don't care. I still no longer own them.
Yeah.
I own these things even after I throw them out. And I don't want to see anybody enjoy them or profit from them. God forbid, profit from them in some way, even though I can afford to buy all new furniture. I think that mindset goes into a lot of the thinking that people have nowadays. I mean, a lot of people think that I would rather just throw it away or burn it all down than have some undeserving person have this thing that I paid for.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't explain it. It just got in my head, like, this took a lot of thought. This took a lot of thought to this. So every single one at a different length. I'll make good and damn well sure that you won't be able to put these back together again without going through 10 times as much trouble as I went through to saw them off.
Yeah.
And I know. I mean, I just it doesn't. It doesn't reflect well on mankind. No. That's for sure.
We don't want to go looking very far for that kind of example.
You know, but I guess when you think that, like, oh, I would just give it away because that would be the right thing to do. So many of us who think that way don't get that, not everyone is as generous and as thoughtful as we are. And we have to know that those folks walk among us who would do stuff like sawing off every leg on a chair. So you couldn't.
And again, the only thing I can think of is they have to do something to meet some legal requirement. That's the only thing I can think of, because if they did anything else, like, donating it now somehow gets them in trouble because somebody profited from it and the insurance, blah, blah. That's the only thing I can think of. And if that's true, that's stupid too. So
it's all stupid. I mean, it's in the trash. So the insurance company, I promise you, is not going to come through that trash and make sure they're all sawed off.
Yeah.
They're going to say that you throw them away. Oh, great enough. Good enough for me.
Yeah.
But they took extra effort to make sure that these will never be used as anything but firewood.
Yeah.
It's blowing my mind, man. I'm sorry. I had to get out of my mind, out of my mind and off my chest. I got nothing else other than that. What up, 80s guy? Good to see you, brother. I just so off, so random, and so like not to do with anything that we talk about here usually. But I just had to mention that because it was bugging the hell out of me, and I just had to go. So yeah,
Chairgate. That's what that's called in your area.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, my first time hearing about it was today, but she brought it up. Hey, happiness for beginners. I saw you highlighted her, that person before. Yeah, it is bingo, greed. Yeah, welcome. Gosh, wish I had some more positive news to share with you today, but I don't have very much more. Or anything. Well, I don't know. It's I was kind of on you to be Mr. Positive, Phil. I mean, it's
all right.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Here's to the midweek coffee.
The midweek. I'll take that.
Halfway there.
Here.
New comic book day coffee.
New comic book day coffee. New comic book day matcha tea for me, sir.
Oh, all righty.
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting into, and it's got to be just a bunch of chemicals I'm spraying on this styrofoam cup of coffee. But cold foam out of a can. It's like whipped cream, only it's called cold foam. It doesn't like foam up as much. It just puts sweet tasting chemicals on your brew.
I've not heard of that. No
all right. Next time you're in the dairy section, take a look for the whipped cream, and nearby you will find what's called cold foam.
Cold foam.
Yeah.
I can put in my cold brew coffee if I so choose, I guess, too. Damn. I mean, coffee mate.
Yes, flavored aerosol. Happiness for beginners knows.
Oh my God. You lost. I know you did lose me a little bit there. There's also his bougie whipped cream. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I guess. But I have not tried it, and I won't try it because I've been accused of being bougie by some folks, but I don't see myself as such. But I very well may be to some degree, but only in a fun way.
Oh, bougie whipped cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is different than whipped cream, though. It's really flat. It doesn't like fluff up like a white cream does. It's meant to kind of lie flat, I think, in a cup. Okay. So really, it's just old whipped cream repackaged.
Oh, same thing. Same old stuff. Oh, gosh. How you like my filter? I got this filter is called, what is it called? It's called
for your camera?
Yeah. I mean, it's actually for the not for the cameras for stream yard. Let's see, that is called what is it called? Pop. I did have it on cinematic before. It's a cinematic. Cinematic. I like cinematic too, but I think pop is more like, it makes me look more orangey, but it does look more colorful. But everything else looks colorful too. I think I'll go back to cinematic. I don't know. I could do black and white.
I have found, at least in my environment, no, what is it? 52 Wednesday nights a year, and never once will my lighting situation be the same for I don't know why.
Oh God.
So I've tried like presets on my lighting setup, and it's like they never stick. I mean, they do stick, but then it's different, So I have to readjust for that night anyway.
Yeah,
I like the T-shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. For limited time only, they got more here at the Alternative City Shop in various sizes. Shameless plug. There's a food. I am a food bougie, related bougie person. Not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. I mean, I'd rather have a little bit of some good food than a whole bunch of not so good food. So I just, I don't know. Because I grew up eating mayonnaise sandwiches as a kid and didn't have much of a choice.
I have so many non-comic book questions I want to ask you right now, but I'll save that for my show.
Phil grills his guests coming soon. Yeah. Well, I'm full of answers, full of something. That's what I've been told, but I don't know what to say other than it's accurate. All right, so I guess that's I'm sorry you just found out about Sam Keith, but man,
yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Do we know how old he was?
In his early 60s, 63, 64, something like that. I think he had Lewy body dementia. That's the thing that got Robin Williams.
Oh.
Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, all diseases are bad, but don't say it, let it loose. Oh, let him save it. Let him save it. It's okay. Yeah, it was pretty bad thing too, man. That's one of those, I guess, like not Lou Gehrig's disease or kind of like that, I guess, similar, a neurological kind of a thing that's really, really a torturous thing to have to deal with. Yeah, that's a shame. Good. And did you read the Max back in the day?
Did I read the Max?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think. Well, by the time I became aware of it, it was the animated TV show that made me aware of it. And by the time I became aware of it, I think it was later on in its run. Although I dare say the show maybe gave it a little bit of a revitalization or or some financial influx to keep it going a little longer. Anyway, also, if I'm not mistaken, I think didn't he kind of lose a license to that at some point? There's some licensing problem he had, which is why we don't get reprints of it very often. They did Image reprinted it a couple of years later, and they called it like it was like high def or something, remastered every issue. I don't remember what it was called. It was like the Max Redux.
Yeah. I did that just kind of ring a bell.
But like I don't think he has the rights to reprint it himself for some weird reason, and I don't think I don't think that sits well with him or sat well with him.
Yeah, I think something went down with the Max. I don't remember exactly what it was. I have to like dig into it. Maybe some of our well-informed people in the chat or in the audience might know more about that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I know it. Well, it went about 34 issues, I want to say.
Something like that, yeah. And that's one of those examples, I think, where later issues might be worth more because they were a lower print run.
So like the first half of the run was one storyline. That's when I really was loving it. The first half was really a great run that I loved. And the second half, it kind of lost me a little bit. I probably would appreciate it now that my tastes have become more eclectic, but it kind of drifted off into this area where he was like in the outback and he was kind of more all in his mind, more so than he was like living in the city like he was in the first run with Mr. Gone and the Meeps and all that stuff like that. It's I don't remember exactly what that was, but I did love it. Hey, Mitchell, what's happening? Hey, good to see you though. Anytime you can get here is a good time. But yeah,
did you ever read Mage? Matt Wagner's Mage from
I did not.
Kamiko or Eclipse? Okay.
Mhm.
I always thought there should be more of that than there was, and Max kind of come in and filled that for me in a way. There were some elements of that I thought that were similar.
Oh, okay. Oh, Dan knows the comic books with the maximized. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember not buying it. I remember maybe seeing something like that and not buying it. Hated it. That's right. Yeah, so sorry to hear about your mom too, Dan. Man, that's
yeah.
something to deal with. Very sorry to hear that. What was I going to bring up? It's a Local Man. Oh, I have not seen that.
Have you never heard of that?
I've got the first issue or two of it, and I only read the first issue.
Okay.
And he says there's Max cameos in there.
Really? I had no idea.
Oh,
I have the first.
I didn't either.
I think I still have the first couple issues.
I think I have the first issue for sure. Maybe a couple of different covers because I remember it was a kind of a cool concept. But I just, like so many other books, I just kind of dropped off of because there's so many other books.
Yeah.
But it did seem like a great concept, and it seemed like it was being widely well received for the most part. So yeah, that's cool. Not a lot of stuff, to be honest. I know you're not buying new books pretty much at all right now, right? Except rarely, once in a while.
2 or 3 a month, and I'm stacking those.
That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You're my hero for doing that, man. It's like, God, I wish I could get what my stack was this week every week, but
they're books I have confidence in, which is why I think I have the luxury of just buying and stacking them. I don't feel like I'm throwing them out. Matt Fraction, Batman. I'm just buying and stacking that. I like Matt Fraction.
Mm-hmm.
Department of Truth. I think I've said all these before.
Supergirl.
Oh, you know what? And one that just ended. The Ice Cream Man team doing the Superman Kryptonite book.
Oh, yeah.
That's over with now.
Kryptonite, something or other. Yeah.
I was getting that for the art, which I don't usually do.
First appearance of a bunch of new Kryptonites. So if that ever becomes
yeah.
When Rainbow Kryptonite first appeared in issue number 2 of the book would be worth like $6 rather than $5. Ooh,
$1 more than cover price.
I know. Ooh. All right, so I'm going to go through this really quick list of stuff that I picked up because there wasn't a whole lot, which is not a problem because next week I have a ton of stuff that shipped today from mycomicshop.com. It'll be here next week. Lord, there's a ton of stuff. And I didn't plan it that way, but all of a sudden, everything that I pre-ordered came out at this point. So I got a bunch of stuff. I only get one shipping a month now. So if I do piggyback some stuff on top of that, it's really enormous. And I'm a little embarrassed how big that shipment is going to be. All right. So from the shop, I got Megalith. I was saying Megadeth. My dyslexia wants to say that whenever I see, Megalith. It's no longer in mint condition because it's, oh my God.
That's a monolith.
Yes. Or it'll mix me up like that too. This is printed on newsprint.
Oh,
and it's selling like Frank said it was selling for like $2, but he's only selling it for cost to him because he felt bad because he feels like it's just one giant ad. This for $2. Because they usually give you a fairly good amount of nowadays a good deal for your money from Bad Idea, but this one is I guess a lot of ads are in there.
Oh, really? Okay.
There's some good full page spreads in there. You can see that.
Well, but maybe ads and newsprints are what they got to do to keep it coming. Stay afloat.
I see. I guess not particularly, but I don't mind ads about your books.
How sad?
I don't mind ads about the books that are coming out. What I do hate are ads about, I don't know, Duracell or shaving cream or something like that. I don't want to see that shit in my comic book. But ads about your books that are coming out, I can deal with that. But it was nice of Frank to like only sell them for like $1, which is kind of cool. I guess.
I like that.
Oh, like
like kind of nice line work.
Yeah.
And who published that? I'm sorry. Oh, Bad Idea.
Bad Idea.
Did they do variant covers, or do they just have A and B?
They don't do a lot of variant covers now. Okay. Some maybe they'll have one or two, but they don't do a ton of them, which is kind of cool, I guess, because this way they can focus on the main book, and there's just more stuff on the back of what's coming out soon because it's time to order. There's your order form. It's basically a big order form that you can read. Pretty much, it's kind of like the previews thing, So there's that. From last week, we talked about the Ghost Machine, which is the first issue of, I want to say 5 of this is the unnamed universe. And I keep forgetting that the unnamed universe is just part of the whole Geiger Ghost Machine. I don't know how it's divided up, who's the big part and what's the little part.
A universe and a universe?
Yeah, with a universe within universes, okay. That's not more complex than you can handle. This is a wraparound cover. Very cool.
That reminds me of the Micronauts.
Oh yeah.
A universe within a universe.
Yeah. Yeah. The concept of a universe within a universe, yeah. And Doctor, just it's pretty much what it is. It's it's a guidebook, and it's just like a scorecard or a program, for this universe you can keep track of. And they're going to have more coming out to fulfill their entire universe.
Oh, I see. The first of 5, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And each one will be a different part of the universe or a different part of.
Did you ever get into the Marvel Universe books?
I've probably got a couple somewhere buried in the closet back there of the official handbook of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of those. And I have a hardcover book, the history of the Marvel Universe. So I have that. I have more of those. Funny story how I got that one is I used to work at at a place that shipped packages, and there was a store, and there was a package there that nobody wanted. It got returned. We had no address to send it, and we opened it up, and it was like 2 catalogs of one was a history of the Marvel Universe, and one was history of the DC Universe. And I jumped on the Marvel one, and luckily my coworker was also a DC fan, so we turned a lost opportunity into an opportunity for both of us.
Did you trade after you were done?
Oh no, we both wanted what we got.
I have no interest in your universe.
I probably should have taken the DC because I know a lot about the Marvel Universe than I do about the DC Universe. But I wanted to know more about what I knew. You know how people are.
Sure.
Our own echo chamber.
Windows or Mac?
Yes, Mac for sure, man. I mean, my God. I mean, I want it to be as easy as possible. And one thing about Mac, they make it as I don't want to think about programming. I don't want to think about coding. I don't want to think about any of that stuff. I want to plug it in and go. So they got that all figured for me. You want to put your dream computer together with different components. God bless. But I don't have time for any of that stuff. I just want to get on the internet and start surfing, baby. That's what I want. That's for me. Narco, second printing of that very hot comic.
Of number 1.
Of number 1. Yes, I should say. Yes. Second printing of number 1. Once again, a good story, but I don't see how people are like, selling out and all that. Yeah, well, people get excited about stuff, but it's a good story. I can see why there's interest in it. The Sacrificers. This could be the Penultimate Sacrificers issue. This is number 20. I want to say this is part 5 of 6 of this story arc. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
What is this? Rick Remender? Yeah.
Is it?
It's a Remender deal. He's co-writing it.
Is it text heavy? Is he the one who's kind of prose heavy? Or weird charts and graphs?
Tom King is pretty text heavy.
Okay.
Remender doesn't really use the whole charts and graphs things as much. I don't think.
All right.
Yeah, this story's been going on, obviously for 20 issues, but time wise for a pretty long time for me. So I'm ready for it to come to an end, so I can I'm just letting it stack so I can be done with it. Be done with it.
I shouldn't say Remender. I'm going to go. I know how. Ugh.
Thinking of that text-heavy person?
Yeah. Who is the person responsible for kind of rebooting? Because this never happens. Rebooting the X titles.
Oh, that's Jonathan Hickman.
Hickman. That's who I'm thinking of, not Remender.
Oh my God, he's
pro. He can be prose heavy in charts and graphs.
Dear God, he can put
or weird symbols.
All of them in chain. Oh
yeah,
my God.
That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, I'm already on like the outskirts of the X universe, and I was trying to read the X books that were going on when I first got back into the thing X something. It was like he was doing two series, powers of powers and house and all that jazz. Pox. Yes, I still got like all those in my damn thing. Anybody want some? Yes, I bought all those things and read all that prose and like, dear God, man, what are you talking about? Just trying to read like, all this stuff, these symbols and everything. I just want to read my funny books and see people hit each other and wear like tight clothing and stuff. That's all I want. I just do that. My goodness. What's up, Jenny? Look at the comic cover to keep looking at the cat in the chair.
Yeah. Felix is going to steal the show.
Yes.
He's just chilling. He's just chilling.
He is such a sweetie. He is just the coolest cat ever. All right. Also, I just realized I had not subscribed to Russell Heist. Now that's almost done with the run. So I missed issue number 4. Why am I not getting Russell Heist? Oh, yeah, I need to subscribe to it. That also helped me, help my retailer, my local retailer, my LCS, to make some money also by we can subscribe to it. So finally got this. It was out a few weeks ago, but I missed it.
So if I may, that cover, I realize that this is a magazine we're looking at, but is it designed to look like a wrestling magazine?
100%. Yes.
Okay. I like that it's doing that.
Yes. And that's the whole thing. Every issue so far has been that way. Okay. Even the variants of just another play on this whole Wrestle magazine thing.
All right.
It's very cool. Because it's about this guy who's like one of the big wrestling I guess heels. I guess he decided to switch into a different wrestling organization, and of course the head of that organization just does some dirty stuff to him, and he plots a big heist to rip him off. So funny stuff from Carl Starks. Carl Starks is very good at humor, and he's good at drama too. Has been proving a lot of stuff he's done too. It's the old school Pro Wrestling Illustrated. For sure.
Neat. Well, that gets this week's nomination of most effective font from me.
Yeah. Font is important.
Well, yeah.
Important. And also, I went to the post office today. I picked up my issue of The King's Domain #2, which is the book that was our guest from a few weeks ago, Malcolm. Yeah.
Yes.
Malcolm McFadden was on, and he's got a new thing going on now, which is, oh God, I meant to talk about that too, but I'll probably have it ready for next week. But he's got a new book out already. Some of these writers, man, they're just banging them out. It's really cool. And this is The King's Domain, issue #2. I'm just going to jump right in on issue #2 for this one. So, thank you, Malcolm, for sending that out. And that is it. I mean, that's amazing that got like 4 or 5 books. Yeah, which is good.
And you said that small week, and you've got the big one coming next week. You said.
Oh, the big one, Elizabeth. It's the big one. Coming on up. Was that? I only know because I'm a collector of back issues of Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Okay.
That's neat.
Nice. Yeah, that is very cool.
So when did the magazine debut? What year? I'm curious. If you're going for a complete collection. How far back you got to go on that one?
You see, now, Dan, now you know you're talking to an investigative reporter who's going to give you follow-up questions. 1956.
Every now and then I go and I will look for like the first issue of, for example, of Playboy magazine, 1953.
Wow.
Or early issues of Sports Illustrated, just to see what they're doing. Both of those have a bit of collector's markets, but more than my pocketbook can afford is the answer. Well, yep.
Yeah. Fun fact, that Hugh Hefner was once going to name his magazine, what's he going to call it? Maybe not Swank or Stag or something like that. And that was one of the magazines that was owned by Marvel's publisher. But Marvel's publisher said, like, no, you better not name it that. We'll sue you.
Interesting.
And so I'll just call it Playboy then. And as you know, the rest is
79.
You got it. Is that correct?
79.
That is correct, sir. You pass. All right. So, with that all being said, I'm just going to go right into what's good, because there's a ton of stuff for what's good. And the only thing holding me back is that I can remember everything that's good about these books. So, let's go right to what's good.
Better hurry.
Yes, big stack of books.
Impressive. And you've read them.
Yes, at some point I did read them for sure. Even
they're not just for putting in plastic bags, kids.
I do a lot of that. It was basically like framing a picture, That's all I'm going to see of this book. There's that cover. That's it, baby. All right, so first one. We talked about Midnight Man last week, and we also talked about Mark Spears and how people are just like, oh my God, they were just like, oh, I did like a video short, clipped it out from the show, and it was probably the most viewed short. Mark Spears is just getting such I wouldn't say slander, but definitely he's getting some tongue lashing online for just not. For this and that, for like, oh, he says AI, he can't draw, blah, 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 blah. This issue of Midnight Man, #1, which is the newest thing from the Mark Spears camp. Outrage in the comments, I tell you. Outrage. There you go. Yeah. We both hit it at the same time. Outrage. Enrage and outrage. Well, this is the newest thing from Mark Spears. This is talk about Martin Goodman, the publisher of Marvel's magazine management. Martin Goodman he hired like all of his family members, and it was like everybody there was a member of the Goodman family. Like, and still they call him Mr. Goodman. Like, that's crazy. Like, so come on, man. I'm cousin Al. I don't care. Call me Mr. Goodman. I don't give a damn. I keep this business like here in this environment. And this issue of Mark Spears' Midnight Man, like everybody in here is a member of his family. Art, Mark Spears. Writer, Mark Spears. Lettering, Micah Spears. Editor, Melissa Spears. Editor, Lucas Spears. And Chase Spears. So it's like another little nest of nepotism here for y'all to peruse.
It's a family business.
It's a family affair, as the late great Sly Stone would say. Yes, sirree. So in this one, Mark does a little kind of a meta thing. He gets kind of cutesy with it. It starts with a kid in a comic shop, reading Midnight Man and other books by Mark Spears. Mark Spears Monsters. Like Mark Spears Monsters look like the cover is like a very retro cover though. And he's talking, and somebody like shouts in the corner, like, Mark Spears sucks. So he's just like embracing the whole thing. You know?
That's funny.
Just leaning into
trolling
it.
the trolls.
Yeah, oh, totally, man. Totally. It's got a guy saying, oh, his art is too stiff, the monsters are unoriginal, and don't even get me started on that dialogue. Spears is overrated. It's hilarious that he's just talking about himself, you know? And I think this may be the kid from the Mark Spears Monsters. In fact, I think it is. That eventually becomes the Midnight Man, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is the same kid. I think that's him. The kid is he's not on this cover. He's on one of these covers wearing a Who Shot JR t-shirt, a little curly head kid. And something happens to him in Mark Spears Monsters, I want to say issue number 3 or 4 or something like that. And I think this kid becomes Mark Spears' attorney at law. That's hilarious. And this is the origin of the Midnight Man. The Midnight Man is tied into the Mark Spears Monsters run. So he's like got this magazine kind of like, you know, on the outskirts of the main run. This might be a limited run, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. There's this character who looks a lot like Igor from Young Frankenstein, the Marty Feldman character, who's like shopping for a friend and basically a security guard to protect him from I guess his master, and he's looking at this giant individual, you know, this big blue android, mandroid, if you will, kind of a thing. And this guy's telling me, oh yeah, you can have him and he'll protect you because he's like a tank, man. He's not built to fly or anything, but one model that was great, it was gold, it was like a flying model, and the blue model was built like a tank, so I'll take the tank model to protect me from my master. And it's just pretty much just him and the introduction of that character, of that big blue behemoth that he chooses to be his protector. And he doesn't really have a name, and he goes out in the alley and sees a woman being attacked by some people and saves her. And I think we will call you Midnight Man. So there you go. The Midnight Man legend begins. If you're into Mark Spears, you're probably going to love it. If you're not, you're going to hate it even more because he's just rubbing it in your face.
All his books now are coming out from his own publishing company, right?
Well, it's Keen Spot. He's kind of like,
or is he partnered with them?
Might be, because he's the best thing coming out of Keen Spot, to be honest.
The reason I ask is because weren't his original books published by somebody else, and then he went to Keen Spot?
Not the Mark Spears Monsters. There were some books he did for Zenoscope, and I think some other publishers like that he had a bad relationship. Like they didn't pay him or something like that. There was a falling out.
Yeah.
They're saying if you bring that to him at a show, he will not sign those books. Because no, those people, it's the only money. The hell with those people. Yeah, that's what's going on with that. But I think
or I'll sign it for $1,000.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. Now you're talking.
Limit one.
I've been officially paid, so that's what's happening. I guess once Mark Spears Monsters blew up, Keen Spot recognized the writing on the wall and like, this is our guy right here. You know, this is
let's keep the golden goose. Keep him while we can.
This is the golden goose right here. So so Mark Spears Monsters is good. Midnight Man is definitely for people who are fans of Mark Spears Monsters. If you're not, then if you know, you know, as they say. If you're not, then it's probably not for you. Next book is the one I've been following, and it's at the issue number 15 now, and of course it's the lovely Minor Arcana by Jeff Lemire.
And you're reading that every month, or every issue, I should say?
Every issue. I'm caught up completely on this.
Wow. Okay.
There's a little bit of thing where he had a different artist who work on it. I guess maybe he was doing something else, or writing one of his mini books that he writes. But normally he writes and draws this whole thing, and Patricio Del Pesci is the color one of the letter list. This issue, this is very cool. This issue focuses on Teresa's grandfather. She loves her grandfather. Her grandfather, literally wears her grandfather's coat. That's her grandfather's coat that she's wearing on the cover there. And her grandfather, see, her mother, if you know, if you're reading the story, her mother is a tarot card reader, which I didn't realize she learned it from her father, Teresa's grandfather. And they talk about this, how in 1983, it talks about how he was just like on the bottom of his luck. He'd been involved in an accident. He's lost his job at the cannery where most of the people in town work. And he was just like a persona non grata. He was close to ending his own life. And then he just decided, he learned how to read tarot, I guess, when he was in the joint. So he decided, I'm gonna just do this, and I'm gonna start. This is my living now. So he would just he would hang out in this cafe, and he would have his corner where he would do his readings, and people would come over, and he would do readings for him. And one night, the man whose wife he killed in the accident that he was involved in comes in and asks for a reading. And he was like, "Oh God, what's going to happen?"
Does the guy know? Does the guy know?
The guy knows. He comes in there like looking to like, get in his face about, why did you do this? And her grandfather just like, okay, well, let's sit down and do this reading. And he starts doing the reading, and he experiences the same thing that Teresa experienced, which was going to that place. He was in that place, and he saw something. He saw the man's wife. He talked to her. And his wife said, like, well, it was not all your fault. I mean, I was looking down, I was reaching for something in the radio, and it was not your fault all the way. And tell him that we're together now. Me and his son, are together now, and we're doing fine. And her grandfather tells the guy that, and hey, what's up, Larry? Crazy ass Larry. Good to see you, my friend. It's tea time. Yes. And he tells the guy this, and the guy just, how did you know that? It was no way he could have known that. So his anger turns to just like gratitude. And so, man, this is such a good book. I mean, there's so many layers to this. Now we're finding out different things about her grandfather that we didn't know before, things about her mother. Her mother actually learned it from her father, apparently, but the gift didn't transfer to her mother. It skipped a generation and transferred to Teresa. So her grandfather and Teresa have the true gift of psychic abilities, whereas her mother just bullshitted away through the whole thing her entire life. Yes, so this is such a good book, man. Such a good book. Minor Arcana, I recommend it. Probably some trades out there. Check it out, see if you like it.
Is it easily an ongoing, or do you see an end coming? Is there an end game?
I think this could I think this could go for a really, really long time. If it is, I don't think it's not a limited series for sure.
Okay, I found myself wondering how many cards are in the Minor Arcana in a tarot deck, because I wonder if it'll end on the last card.
That might be, because there's a corresponding card for every issue.
Yeah, I have the first couple.
Yeah. I got the first 5, and then they got much harder to get after that for some reason. I guess people start buying them because it's a very popular book, don't you know? All right, next book. Next book is week before last. Penultimate Book. Because last week was slim pickings on the Penultimate Book, but I did find one thing, so it was finally done. And this is Honor and Curse Immortal. The tarot card is 78 cards. Look at this. This includes 22 major arcana and 56 minor arcana.
So 56 issues?
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Okay. You go, Jeff.
Yeah. Honor and Curse Immortal is written by Mark London with the artist Jaime Infante. colorist Fran Gamboa, and letterer Carlos M. Manuel. Mark London has this, I guess, a universe. I think it's in Mad Cave too, because I think he's been to some other publishers, been with some other publishers, but I think Mad Cave is where this underworld universe is taking place, and Honor and Curse takes place in that world. There are some other books that are in that world as well, and one of them is Exit City. Exit City, you can see that right there. Exit City, The Hour of the Wolf, and Revolution 9. Those are all in that same universe. I'm trying to show the last page of the book without giving any spoilers. but
different creative teams, each one?
Yes, Mark London, I think, writes all of them.
Okay.
He does write them all, but different artists and letterers and so forth on there. Yeah. That cave is where he's really making his mark. I'm reading Exit City. Oh, okay. Dan knows about this. And loving it. Yes. He's so smart there. All right. So 600 years ago in Iga, Japan, I think it's Iga, IGA, Japan. This person was he was in the era of the shinobi and the samurai and the ninja. This guy was one of the shinobis. He was a practicer of magic as well, and he has already been around for a long time, right? And 600 years ago, and he, I guess, leaves that time, goes to America. In modern day New York City, he's still there. Now he's a very, very rich man, apparently, because he's living on this very New York City, living in this very expensive apartment here, which is not cheap at all. And he's keeping his, I guess I skipped the part where he has this this spirit that he has to keep down. By down, I mean like suppressed, and it won't come out and do evil things unless he chooses to do so, like it did 600 years ago when he gave it all up. He's talking to this thing like almost every night. It's just like he's going back and forth with the demon in the cage, and I guess like the demon's trying to talk him into, come on, man, let me out. You want to just like rip up some shit. You just want to get out there. You're bored. It's been 600 years. Let's get out here and do this. And there are people trying to get him. They're trying to lure him out, and they're messing with his assets. They're like, blowing up his businesses and shit like that. If he's trying to like, I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be glowy. But eventually, that's why we're here, right? That's why we're here to see him just go
find the breaking point.
Yes, sir. Where is my breaking point? Where is it going to be? And it's just a question of, is it gotten there yet? And he's his enemies are plotting in their vast resources and their mansions and shit like that. So
I like those colors.
Yeah, beautiful colors. The colors did a great job on this. And in the last few pages, you can see it starting to come out. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but he's going to come out. He eventually is going to break loose. And this is just like many other first issues, not a whole lot of revelation there. So much was already told in the description. What's going to happen? They want me to come back out. I don't want to come back out. But he's going to come back out. He's going to come back out. It's going to be kicking ass all over the place with this old spirit, and it's going to be amazing. So issue number 2 is probably going to be more action-filled. This one was just to build up to it and to explain, where his origin is and all that stuff. But there is in the back a preview of Planet Atmos Exordium, which is I think I've seen some previews for that, as far as maybe a trailer for that even on. So whenever that comes out, I'll try to get the trailer for us. This was a new thing about these. I guess for armored individuals and stuff like that. So it's the best. This is like
hey, Mike.
It's hard to explain because it's all. Hey, what's up, Mike? Yo. We're talking about Honor and Curse Immortal, and also this preview of Exordium. Exordium. Atmos Exordium. Don't get it twisted. So this is just like, it just seems like it's like these people wearing armor and they're in this situation where it's like some kind of contaminant going on, and I don't know. You don't want to show too much of it, but it looks exciting, so pick it up. Exordium. Just take my word for it, please. So yeah, that preview in there, and this is just like, your basic setup. It wasn't anything ground shattering as far as that goes, but it's a really good art and good colorist, as you pointed out. And I think this is going to be a good story. So I'll give it another try on issue number 2. Honor and Curse Immortal. So many good things from Mad Cave. Love them. Another, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, Penultimate Book. I think the Penultimate Book has been a pretty good barometer for what's going to be hot coming out. I mean, I do say so myself.
We won't tell.
What's up, Mike DeBradley and the people in the house? They're teenagers. From Jude Ellison S. Doyle. That's the way they pronounce their name.
Does that look like Temple Smith to you?
It is a little bit in Temple Smithy, yeah. Yeah, Crash Down. Shout out Crash Down, Comic Tom and Ryan. Yeah. Jude Ellison S. Doyle is the writer. The artist is Caitlin Yarsky. Letterer is Becca Carey. I think Caitlin does the coloring as well, looks like. Yeah. Designer is Sarah Rockwell. Yeah. So yeah, they do the go ahead.
I've heard of Caitlin Yarsky. I know I've had titles already. Yeah.
One I remember most vividly is one called Bliss, because that was when I first got back into stuff. A while ago. Yes, back in the 1920. Not the year 1920, but the 2019 or 2020. And she did this thing called Bliss, and it was like a totally painted thing, and it looks totally different than Dead Teenagers. So Miss Yarsky is a very versatile artist, so you can adapt her style to look different ways. It does look completely different than what I remember it. Completely. Did I mention completely? 100%. These teenagers are reliving, it's just like their prom night. And it's prom night 1997. So it's a period piece. And they're reliving their prom night all over again like it's a horror movie. And they say, well, so-and-so, she always dies first. She's the dumbest one of the bunch. So she falls through the floor or whatever. And then this George, he's second. He just gets cut in half by a monster. So his is the most brutal. And
so they've been reliving it.
They've been reliving it, and they relive it every day, and they try to change it, but it does. It's kind of like a horror show Groundhog Day. They get killed, and then they start all over again. And this has been going on, but God knows how long. And then at the end, they say, "Do you want to keep going?" And there's like a computer prompt, and of course, yes. We want to do it again, because otherwise we'll just stay dead, right? Maybe one day we won't be dead. And there's no change in this routine for the longest time. They're just like plotting between kills as to how can we stop this, and there's nothing that they can come up with that actually makes it happen, until at the end there is a change. I don't know if I should give it out or not, but I probably should, because the one big difference when they wake up at the end is scenario number 11,300. They've gone through this that many times, is that now they're adults.
They're adults.
Adults. They've grown up after all those kills as teenagers at a prom. So now what's going to happen now that they're adults? and that's where we leave off at the end. So it's
Dead Teenagers is the name of the series. Yes.
Yes. Dead Teenagers is the name of the series, but they started off as teenagers. Yes. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many issues it's going. This is only press, by the way. So it could be only a 2-issue series. It's probably at least probably a 5-issue series. I don't know for sure, but that'd be my guess. Onlys usually go like 4 to 5 series. This wasn't as sought after as a lot of the books that have been coming out, but I think this is one that I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot because that's breakdown that I gave you. It tells you what's going on, but it doesn't really tell you much about the characters that we're looking at here. And they do a good job of developing these characters. It makes you kind of like feel some sympathy toward some of these characters because, some of them are just like, helpless, and some of them are not so nice. And it's just, they're trying to figure out a way out of this nightmare, and they can't figure it out until that revelation at the end. Oh, what's happening? Blurry. So, yeah. Dead Teenagers from Oni Press. Another good book that you can check it out because, hey, you saw it here first on the Penultimate Book, don't you know? It's got to be good. It's on the Penultimate Book. It's got to be good. There's an endless stack of these things, man. I should just save some for next week. But hey, let's get them all out of the way. This one is Roman Dirge's Lenore. Oh, Lenore, like the character from
familiar.
The Raven. Nevermore, Nevermore. This is from Titan Comics. Roman Dirge is the writer, the author, and he lettered everything in this book. So this is all Roman Dirge here. It's all Roman Dirge. Me too. He does a lot of Lenore books too. This is like a character that's that's known. I've heard some folks out there that that know of his work. And the texture of this book, not just the smell, but the texture.
Who's the publisher?
This is Titan. Titan Books. Mm-hmm. The choice of cover stock. I mean, I know I'm probably overdoing it, getting a little freakish, with the cover stock, like but it has a certain pleasant feel to it. It's not
get 2 copies, one to feel and one to put in the bag and store.
Texture. It's not glossy. It's not matte. It's good stuff. Got good sniff too. It's real good. I always smell my books too, man. It just smells like it.
Titan has some UK titles or like some one shots that they'll do. It's been a long time, but they've got an interesting library, interesting catalog, I should say.
I think they're based in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. I guess they're because that would explain a lot about their subject matter and the way that they, like with their gun honey books and things like that. They kind of frame them in a certain way. They have that. I don't know if it makes sense, but they have like a British way of like laying their comics out. It looks a little bit different than the way the American companies do theirs. I could be totally just like talking out my ass here, but it seems like that it is to me. The Lenore is this like little, I don't know what she's supposed to be. Is she like a goth chick or something? And she's kind of spacey, and she runs into her friend. What's her friend name? Her friend looks like a bucket. Her friend is down in a well. And it looks more like a cistern than a well, actually, because a well would be a lot deeper. Her friend Pootie has fallen down in the well, and she's like, "Hey, you need some help getting out of there?" Like, Pootie's like, "Yeah, hell yeah, call for help." Look like, you think I'm loving it down here? And so she turns around, and just literally screams for help. Help! So like, miles away, somebody hears help, and they come running. And she asks like, "Did you bring a rope?" No, I didn't bring a rope. You didn't say bring a rope. So oh, how the hell will I know that? So you go get a rope. So 20 minutes later, he comes back with a rope. He's still down the well. Nothing has changed. They get him out of the well, and Pootie says that this dick of a bee kicked his ass and knocked him down into the well. So they find this bee. It turns out this bee is very strong, and this bee is like a normal sized bee, but it's got like super strength, and it's like he starts like fucking Lenore up. And it turns out they smashed the bee, and the bee's like, mommy, which is like the queen bee, shows up. And he's like, what the hell did you do? What the hell did you do to my boy? How dare you smash my boy? And so there's some right nice full page spreads and things in here too. It's very nice artwork, man. I like that kind of stuff. And I do. And this is like a Kit Wallace, I think, play on it right here. Kit Wallace does some of the covers too for Lenore.
That just needs to be animated.
It absolutely does. I mean, this kind of reminds me of Killer Zed or Invader Zed by our guy by Vasquez, very much in that same vein. It's just like it's kind of like absurdist fun stuff, which is cool, and they get turned into bees and
Invader Zim, that's it. Yes.
Invader Zim, thank you, Invader Zim, exactly. It's the same type of thing. At the end of the story, everything's back to normal, and Lenore is just Lenore. But this is a fun book, man. This is all it's meant to be. I mean, you're looking for some deep stuff. This is probably not it. But if you just want to enjoy the medium and some of the things it was meant to do, which is just to entertain and to have and maybe textural senses appeased as well. If you're one of those kind of freaks like I am.
Would you call it all ages or young adult?
Oh, yeah. I would call it all ages. Yeah, I don't see anything here that would harm a kid. They might not get it, but but I would say absolutely, there's nothing questionable about that. Very Invader Zim-like quality. Yeah,
family.
100%. 100%. So it's my first thing to check out a Lenore book. I haven't seen them for a long time on the countdown, but they're usually like at the bottom because they probably don't get ordered at super high order rate print runs, however you want to put that. But this one's fun. This one is called The Curse of the BB Yaga. BB Rebozo. All right. We got more. Got 2 more. Be patient, kids. Got tons of stuff to go through here. Hope you brought popcorn.
It's a small week.
It's a small week. It is a small week, man. Such a small week. Butch from Fantagraphics.
Oh, fun. Okay. Baggy? Is that his name?
Peter Bag. Yeah.
Bag.
The E is silent, yes. Kind of like Ryan Brown, those kind of guys. Peter Bag, kind of a local. I mean, I think he's Fantagraphics is definitely local. Fantagraphics is Seattle. Dark Horse.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah, Fantagraphics is the Seattle institution. As Dark Horse is Portland, and Image I want to say is L.A.
Cool.
I think it's L.A. So that's the West Coast, baby. West Coast indie comics in the house. So we got a bunch of them out here. If you know anything about Peter Bag and his Hate, his well-known comic strip known as Hate, Buddy Bradley, the protagonist of Hate, he has a younger brother named Butch Bradley. There's a lot of alliteration going on there. Butch Bradley is kind of the ne'er-do-well of the family. Butch was and Buddy was no shining star, but Butch was just like this kid. He's living like out in a van down by the river or some shit, and He's just like this guy, and he gets into trouble, and he ends up like just being a disappointment to his family. So it's just a slice of life, kind of an adventure, as you might imagine, of Butch and Buddy going through like big brother, little brother stuff. If you don't really have to have known a lot about the history of the Bradley family to jump right in on this one, but it does help if you know. So Buddy, he ends up getting like into trouble. Of course, he's like he's actually, I think it's something like some right-wing talk show and shit like that. He just falls down to the wrong road on life, and he's just trying to get help from his brother, who gives him almost none. But man, it's a one shot. It's really like the plot is not like super complex or anything, but it's just an entertaining book, man. It's and he's doing everything. Of course, Peter Bagg he writes and draws and letters and all that stuff. So it's kind of a cool thing if you like artists who do that kind of thing. Some would say he's not as proficient as someone like Dan Clowes, who's a very different style of the same stable of fantagraphic artists. He's kind of the anti Dan Clowes. He's not, everything is not like tight and drawn. This is very much more of a loosey-goosey style. So he uses every inch of space, including the back page of the book, which I always love that too. And yeah, just a lot of fun stuff if you know stuff about the character, and if you don't, you can jump right in and just look at this ne'er-do-well stumble through life and get made fun of, which is always a good thing if it's happening to someone else, but not to you. So there it is. Butch, I hate comic. It's been like delayed a few weeks to come out. He's like Mr. Magoo. He's like a Mr. Magoo type. Oh, Magoo, you've done it again. Not exactly. Mr. Magoo is just kind of like I guess he's kind of like maybe Mr. Magoo that can see. He gets into stuff that Mr. Magoo gets into stuff because he can't see, but he gets into stuff because he's stupid. This Butch kid. So he's kind of like a stupid Mr. Magoo. You could go that route. Last book of the evening. What's good? This is actually a third printing of a book I could never find when it came out, and that is Spirit of the Shadows from Oni Press. Was this on your radar at all? No. You didn't see this? I remember seeing this cover. That is such a cool cover. The first printing was also very similar, just different colors. So it's like, oh my God, I finally found it. But it's third printing. I'll take it. I couldn't find it anywhere. Did you ever read Pink Lemonade?
That rings a bell, but I don't. Okay.
Pink Lemonade, it's the same artist. Daniel Ziegler, the writer, and Nick Cagnetti is the artist. It's Nick Cagnetti's art, I know for sure, is on Pink Lemonade. It's very, very similar. Pink Lemonade riding that Vespa scooter, and
yeah,
does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's from a little while ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the Spirit of the Shadows turns out is this fiddler guy. He's a fiddler, don't you know? He plays the violin in a small village. Not really given a time frame as when this takes place. I'm guessing it's somewhere in the past, like further back than yesterday. But other than that, we got no timelines when it took place. And when he was doing one of his fiddling performances, he meets the girl like in the crowd, and he's like a poor guy, and then he's fiddling for the rich people, and they kind of like get together and kind of form a romance. But much to the chagrin of his of the woman's of family, which he's a poor guy and she's rich, they don't want that. So this guy naturally gets cursed by the spirit of the shadows, becomes the spirit of the shadows. They throw him down this hole, and this guy, who is it? I am the cleric of the realm of the spirits. That's this fella up here in the corner. And I welcome you to the land of shadows, of which you have become part of now. And you have to wear this hat and this outfit because this is what you were buried in. Like, what? When was I buried in that? Oh, let me remind you. I guess he has amnesia too. He has gaps in his memory. And here he is, like having shows of dirt thrown on his face, like wearing that outfit. It's like, how the hell did I get in that outfit? I'm just like wearing this, this top hat and all this crazy shit, and he doesn't understand how he got there. But it turns out there's a lot of women who are missing, and they are blaming that on the spirit of the shadows. There's a lot of missing women's posters for them, like, down at the bottom there. They're blaming it on him. So, Jesus, did I do that? Maybe he has like spotted memory. He's not quite so sure. And the afterlife is very demanding for him. And he's given this book by that cleric. And the cleric told him, hang on to this book. This book is very important. Very important. Whatever you don't lose this book. So of course, along comes a monster who just bites into his book and eats the hell out of it. And now the book is all shot to hell. He doesn't know what the hell is going on. And he meets another woman down in the Shadowland, which is very, very beautifully rendered. As you can see, all that stuff. It's like, give me some acid and just let me trip out on this stuff.
I was gonna say, that's some crazy art.
Yes, that's the beautiful thing about these books by Cagnetti. I love the artwork. I mean, it's really not the story is not the hero.
Is it painted?
I want to say, if I had to guess, I would say it's digitally rendered. It looks like it's digital artwork. The brushwork is tight. There's a lot of nice brushwork, but I recognize that painting is probably as digital painting.
Okay.
So it looks great though. It looks just like Pink Lemonade. Yeah. So now there's this woman who is like, she has a pet rabbit, and I skipped over this one part. In the land of shadows, after the monster bites his book and destroys it, he runs into another young lady who's down in the Shadowland, and she says, "Hey, I'm lost too. I can't remember much about why I'm here, so maybe we can get together and just hang out and figure out why we're down here, and both of us can solve our issues." Now he falls in love with this woman that he met while he was fiddling. Like, he just met her, but all of a sudden he's in love with her. It's kind of hard. But in a book like this, you kind of just like, it doesn't make sense that he's in love with her after 2 pages or a page and a half. But I'm gonna let it slide because with all this wonderful artwork and this fantasy realm that we're living in here, so we just let all that slide. So why just get together with a woman down in the spirit realm? I mean, she's looking for somebody. He's looking for somebody.
Okay.
There's a chick like on page 3, but all of a sudden I'm in love with her. But hey, you look pretty good. So, maybe you can get together. I'm just thinking that myself. Like, but that's not the way the story goes. They're both looking for 2 different things. So this mysterious woman with the pet rabbit, she ends up being Helena Hextress. She ends up being like some hot witch or something. And she's saying that this guy who's the spirit of the shadows, the fiddler, he's responsible for killing her sister, who is the girl he met down in the shadow realm. So that's where we leave off with that, and we see what's going to happen. We have to see what's going to happen with subsequent issues. This is more popular than I think it could have been, than it was imagined to be, because, like I said, I couldn't find copies of it. It's probably just like a low print run. I remember it being at the bottom of the countdown, so it's probably a real low print run. And then once people saw that art and they kind of liked this, what story there was over there, they're like, "Oh, this is pretty nice." So 3 printings later, I find number 1, Spirit of the Shadows. Man, it's I think it's worth a pick up. I'm going to find out what happened in issue number 2 and 3 now. Maybe he will get with the young lady who's allegedly he's killed. because he has no memory of the events. If he doesn't remember how he got the stupid costume, how I got in this costume, man. So maybe he did kill those women. I don't know. So it's a lot to be revealed.
I missed it. Who was the publisher again?
Oni Press.
Oni, that's right. It's nice to see indie publishers who've been around for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Still hanging in there. I love that. Yeah. Love it. Yes, it is. Our panels, they do look nice. It's very nice. And I lied. One last thing. This is not really it is a what's good, but it's not like a book that just came out. We were talking about the Mad About DC book that came out this week. I did not see it Danger Room. They probably had it at the other place. The Mad About DC book, where it looks like Chip Zdarsky is going to be doing like a parody, teaming up with Mad Magazine to do parodies of DC characters.
Oh.
So this is one of my favorite things in the world. Not Brand X. This is issue number 9, which is one of my favorite issues because this is the first giant size issue of Not Brand X.
Oh.
This because
25 cents.
25 cents. This one I remember like it was yesterday. It was like the end of school, and my guy Harold, who I talk about sometimes, who I sat next to in class, he had a copy. You always find these books. I couldn't find them. He had a copy of this, and he let me borrow it. Like, oh my God, I love that book so much because it was like I love 25 cent, those 25 cent square bound books as it is. And I love Mad Magazine and Brand X because Brand X, this is Marvel being so cool that they can parody their own stuff. Like, you know what? We're so cool. We're going to talk about our own stuff because, you know, we got it like that. We're confident. They were on the rise at the time, you know, 68, 69. So, and Mad Magazine was all the rage with young kids.
Yeah.
And you can see they got like, you know, Captain Marvel. They would even sideswipe DC characters like Superman, and Green Lantern was like, you know, like a flashlight where the lantern would be and everything. It's like it's just so much good stuff. And this Maurice Severin, who I remember Marcus did like a thing about his stories about people and stuff. And I talked about Maurice Severin and her work on Not Brand X, and she actually did this book. This is Tales to Astonish. This is a spoof of Tales to Astonish number 100. This is a Bet There Be Battle. It's actually called Bet There Be Battle. And it's the Submariner and the Submariner and the Hulk just beating the crap out of each other for like a bunch of. And that was another one of my favorite books as a kid because it was just like a battle book. It didn't make any sense. You know, the Submariner's watching the Hulk on his screen, and it happened just like it happened in this book too. It's like almost setup for setup, except the jokes are different, you know, and they just beat the crap out of each other for like the whole issue. And Marie she could like change her style. She could become serious by drawing like Tales to Astonish, or she could do the parody thing and make them look more cartoonish like she does here. I think even Kirby did a few issues of stuff in here. For a while, he did work on Not Brand X until he finally got like soured on the whole Marvel thing. They had a Bonnie and Clyde takeoff, which is there was a hot movie at the time with Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty. They would just do all this stuff, man. This is just whenever I find these books, I buy them whenever I can get a good price on them. I can't believe how cheap they are. I mean,
Space Case.
Hey, Space Case, Spider-Woman number 1. Really? Wow. That's a good deal. I'm sure it was very affordable. I got like 2 copies of this. I probably got like about 3 or 4 of this number 9, I'm sure, because whenever I see it, I buy it. Especially if it's in good shape.
How many issues did it run?
It went to number 13, I want to say. 13.
So a year. Yeah, a monthly.
Whoa. 14. It went to 14, and then there was one published in the modern era, which was not as good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like about I don't know, 2018 or 19 or something like that. But it was just kind of like an afterthought. It didn't have the same oomph as the old series did. But that would be part of what's good for me. So that's what's good for this evening, boys and girls. All right, let's share the screen. Not that. Let's see. Another one. Can I share a different one? I think.
ShareGate.
Yes, ShareGate is something else. I want to stop this one. I knew how to do this last week. I've totally forgotten now. See, I'm having a senior moment. There's a way to do this and just go back and do the thing. Oh, I know. I know what to do now. That's how you do it. It's so simple. It's so simple, it's complex. All right, so here we go. It's so simple. It's so very simple. Hey there. Hi there, hold there. That's a good score. I want a copy of that issue myself.
Spider-Woman.
Oh, I used to have a Spider-Woman #1. I used to have everything. I used to have everything. Now I don't have anything. Yeah. Not true at all. First thing I want to take a look at here. I spent so much time on what's good. Is and shout out TN Comics Plus.
Oh yes, for sure.
Shout out because I know he loves this book. Nice House by the Sea coming back with #9. I see coming next week. Dork #3 coming next week. That's good to see. We talked about those before in the past. Coming on down the list as I plagiarize
I grant the rights to sing moving on down the list.
Thank you. I don't want to be called into court. Here it is. The Muppets.
Wow. Issue 20 of Hello Darkness.
Hello Darkness. It's just like, and there's something new coming out called Hello Body Horror.
Oh, okay.
If you must. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, this looks more fun.
Body Horror. The Muppets, yeah. I put Arcadia 1 through 4. Is that right? Nice, Mitchell. And did you like it? I mean, I liked the #1. It looks like it's moving in the right direction.
This can't be a coincidence. This is time to coincide with the reappearance of the first episode of a new Muppet Show. Did you know that?
I did not.
I'm
not all surprised.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet. There's a new voice for Kermit. I assume he sounds similar, but not the same. And it might have just been a pilot episode. I don't recall.
Was Jim Henson the original voice of Kermit?
I think so.
Yeah, I thought so. So nothing has been made with Kermit since Jim Henson's passing?
No, there's someone else took over the reins of Kermit from Jim Henson, but that person was in there forever, even. But I think even now, though, there's a new voice. I'm not familiar with the whole history of the voice actors, but this person is at least the third, I believe, to do Kermit.
Okay. Yeah, I guess they do age out after a while or whatever, just retire.
Yeah.
Okay, you haven't read it yet. Okay, got it. Oh, this is Muppet Show with Sabrina Carpenter?
Oh, that's right. Because remember the Muppet Show, every episode of the Muppet Show, there was a guest, like a real human celebrity guest.
Right.
So they're doing that. And they're like also like the original. And again, I haven't seen this. It takes place in a theater in front of an audience, like the old men up in the balcony.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. All right. So I know he loves this book though, man. He's just like, oh man, you gotta read the Muppets Noir. It's time to meet the suspects. After succumbing to the consciousness clobbering effects of a brick to the noggin. Well, you talked about that, how that's how the whole, even the old trope, you get hit in the head, but next thing you know, it's a whole fantasy that goes on, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Kermit the Frog finds himself walking a new beat in Dreamland as private investigator Flip Minnow. His first assignment, tracking down Meringue Crustworth, the missing daughter of pie magnate Dolores Crustworth. Seems like a straightforward enough case, but there's something about the situation that isn't sitting well with Flip, something that goes far beyond his inexplicable, deep-seated aversion to pies. That is, how can you have aversion to pies? Joining forces with a friendly beat cop officer O'Bear, the green PI starts running down leads, which eventually steer the pair into an oddly unappetizing pie shop that leaves Flip's phobias untriggered. But what the Flatfoot and the Gumshoe discover inside turns out to be even stranger than a narcoleptic frog in a trench coat. Master storyteller Roger Langridge continues his heartfelt return to the Muppet realm with the Muppets Noir #2, featuring the sharply shadowed covers from both the author and guest artists Jay Lee and June Chung. And there they are. The Jay Lee one, at least.
Lorenzo, I think you got me pulling a new book, damn it.
You can give TN part of that commission on that one too. He's been really just plugging this thing. I guess everything else is just like a different version of either trade dress or no trade dress. The one in 25, the language one, which is still cool. It has to go with the old guys in the theater. This is the play on, right? The Swedish diner, that famous painting of the diner and the people sitting in the diner. Yeah.
And I love, Honeydew and Beaker. What's he reading? Face Changing for Beginners?
Yeah. That's something you don't see every day, huh? Oh, what happened here?
4 issues appearing.
Is it?
Yeah. I just did a search for the title. It shows issue 3 on April 29th and issue 4 on May 20th.
Ah.
No covers yet for those.
All right.
That sounds fun.
Next is something that I don't particularly read myself. I'm gonna lie, I don't read Godzilla books at all, pretty much. But what's up with Romeo and Juliet and Godzilla? What? What?
Godzilla's Monster Piece Theater
presents Romeo and Juliet.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
That publisher logo looks familiar.
IDW.
All right. Oh, that's right. They changed their logo.
They did. The explosive literary mashup series returns. They put in Godzilla with every person, everything imaginable.
And Robin Hood too.
Yeah. But this time, Godzilla is taking on the classics one story at a time. Oh, Godzilla, wherefore art thou, Godzilla? First, it's invading the bard's most revered play, Romeo and Juliet. Families at war, forbidden love blossoming, Godzilla on its path of destruction. Fair Verona won't be so fair for long. And that's not all. Tom Scioli is returning to the series to write and illustrate a backup story starring the legendary thief entitled Robin Hood and the Monster of Nottingham. Does this do anything for you? Tom Scioli.
Kind of. I was going to say... The cover artist looked familiar, but the name doesn't ring a bell.
This one here, this one is Sean Peacock. I think the A cover artist.
A cover, yeah.
I want to say that's Tom Scioli. Yeah, that's Tom Scioli's work doing that.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I bought a book with him as the artist, not knowing anything about him or the book. and that's definitely his style. It looks kind of like I don't know, sepia tone, I guess, instead of black. You don't use black, you use sepia for line work and stuff like that, or dark brown or something. It's kind of an interesting style. That's another time scale, 1 in 10.
Oh,
Robin Hood crossover.
sure.
Crossover. Well, the sheriff. Crossovers galore.
Did Godzilla go into public domain or something?
Must have.
I don't think he's old enough to go into public domain, though. It's got to be like 99 years plus the life of the artist or something. I don't even remember anymore. But
my guess is that that's a gun. Yeah, no shit. I mean, talk about your clip. But you want to see something that you thought you didn't need to see? You didn't know you needed to see?
That's the first time I've heard that outside of the show.
Oh my God, this is a perfect example of that right there. I didn't know. I knew I needed to see Romeo and Juliet and Godzilla.
And Godzilla.
I still don't think I need to see it. But
Godzilla disapproves. Hey, real quick, if you could hear me, see the DC Connect number 71. Could you? Is there a page count listed for that? Because this is an argument I always use for something. I'm just curious the page count of that.
Okay.
56 pages. Okay. Just take note that this is a full color publication by DC Comics. It is 56 pages, full color, and they give it away. And yet, if you can afford to give it away, why are you charging $5.99 for comics or $4.99 for comics?
Don't tell nobody. Plus, it's a lost leader.
Plus, is what?
It's a lost leader. Kind of like, we were talking about that today. Like, like I don't know, like the $5 chicken in Costco. Costs a lot more than $5, but they get you in this. You gotta go all the way in the back of the store to get one.
Yeah,
and you're probably gonna buy something between the front of the store and the back of the store on your way out or your way in.
Yeah, it's actually the marketing department that pays for this. This doesn't come out of the DC Comics publishing budget. It's the marketing budget that sees this one. Okay, thanks for humoring me.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I mean that's a very good point.
Grumble, get off my lawn.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, I totally get it. I mean, 56 pages, man, they would charge $10 for a comic book like that with that much page count.
Yeah.
So yeah. Here we go. Neighborhood Watch from Boom Studios. This I thought was from Ignition Press, but I guess this is Boom Studios. Okay. Dig into an all-new mind-bending thriller from Hugo Award-winning writer Sarah Gailey and fan favorite artist Henning. They go by Henning, okay. Jill Hewitt, community leader and wife of a respected police officer, has turned up with a gunshot wound in a tunnel connected to the Will Haven gated community with the neighboring Open Arms Collective. And now the VP of the HOA and the kitchen steward of the collective have stumbled upon her body at the exact same time, instantly casting blame across the divide. Forced into an uneasy alliance to discover the truth, they'll need to work together to uncover the secrets both communities hold, to figure out who's responsible for this crime and what they could possibly gain from it. And what was Jill doing in that tunnel in the first place? She brought it on herself. Blame the victim. That's how we going to do. That's how we do in this world. She shouldn't have been in that tunnel, man. What is she doing in that tunnel? This is a victimless crime. Sarah Gailey. She looks familiar. She does some acting or something. Henning seems like a child.
Well, Sarah Gailey won a Hugo Award. I think that's a science fiction.
Is it?
I think it's a science fiction novel award.
Serious literature.
Could be wrong.
Sounds right. Sounds pretty prestigious. This is Suspiria Vilches. whose art I love, and many others do love that art too. Neighborhood Watch. And then there's Jenny Frison, Flashlight, Glow in the Dark. Flashlight, Glow in the Dark. What does that mean? You use a flashlight to make it glow in the dark? Of course you can.
I was going to say, it doesn't work with other light sources.
Right. What's up with that? Ooh-wee, what's up with that? And that's the cover. That's the open order book. I did not order that for some reason. I don't know if I ordered this. I probably ordered the Suspiria cover. But I like those Virgin covers, though, even though those are not, I don't know. The Jenny has a 1 in 25. That's she often does. She does different color schemes on different covers. And Tula, oh, come on, I can do it. There it is. Tula Lotte, 1 in 50. There you go. Well, like if you use a lamp, it will change the glow. It won't charge the glow. Really? Or you're just fucking with me. No, it's free. I'm just fucking with you. Is Free Planet coming out this upcoming week? I don't know. I to be honest, TBH, I read the first issue of what's it called again? Free Planet. And if it had been a movie, I probably would have walked out on it. I just kind of like, wow. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was just like so incredibly wordy that I just couldn't get through it. I was like, oh my God. I mean, if you break down any more, it was the first issue too. Like if you break this thing down any more, I'm just going to have to put it down. And he just kind of like got worse and this. But to answer your question, I don't see it. So
also yeah. Reading Bleeding Hearts.
I am reading Bleeding Hearts. I've read the first issue at least. Are you reading Bleeding Hearts?
No, I heard it from you. I was the grumpy old man about the return of Vertigo in the first place.
Oh yeah.
They owe Karen Berger an apology.
That's right, mister. Now you give Miss Berger an apology. You've heard it a lot. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mitchell, man. I mean, if you love it, bro. I'm not trying to, yuck your yum or anything, but it just wasn't for me. Just like some people love like really complex worlds that are built like that, but I guess it caught me on a bad day or something. I was like, okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. All right, real quick. Dick Tracy, number 16, only because Dick Tracy is starting a new arc, a new jumping on point, and issue number 16. Who would have thought it would have made it this far?
Segura?
Yes. Alex Segura is the co-writer along with Michael Moriki. Michael Moriki of what do you call it? Barbaric fame, other stuff.
Oh, well.
So new arc and a new jumping on point. It's a new day in the city as Big Boy Caprice makes plans that will have reverberations for everyone, including Dick Tracy and his rag. It's easy for you to say. Including Dick Tracy and his ragtag group of allies. With Lips Manless back on the scene, this can only mean one thing. Violence is on the horizon. Who will survive it? These names in Dick Tracy are just amazing. I love Lips Manless, flat top, prune face.
Did you ever see the Warren Beatty Dick Tracy?
I did. Looks a lot like this guy.
Yeah, actually he does, doesn't he?
Uh-huh. They used the Scarface movie poster homage, but it looks a lot like the Warren Beatty as Dick Tracy. Yeah. Yes, I did see that. I liked this Dick trade. I got the first like 8 or 9 issues of this book, but once again, I just fell off because I wanted to read something else, and I thought this was going to be a limited series and it's going to be an ongoing, and I have problems with commitment. So when it comes to comic books, it's only got 2 covers on there. So yeah, new jumping on point in case you want to jump on. And not to mention, also new jumping on point for Flash Gordon #0. Now this, I've heard some stories about the writer.
Dan Abnett, yes.
Yes, Dan Abnett, which apparently is receiving better reviews than the first person who was writing it.
He's been around a bit.
Has he now?
He's got a fan base.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looks like this is a good jumping on point. A new era Flash, best-selling writer Dan Abnett, as Phil says, veteran artist Manuel Garcia blasts off into new worlds.
Yes, there we go.
Mm-hmm. Flash Gordon has always been a maverick on the football field and in the stars, but when he's offered a job training the next generation of explorers, he'll end up fighting for Top Gun. Different story. A quick trip around Neptune's moons with Flash's cadets turns into a deadly alien hunt, and one of the new recruits thinks that they can save the day without the dusty instructor. Introducing a new supporting cast, enemies and allies alike, and setting the stage for a swashbuckling new story. Flash Gordon #0 is a can't miss. There's that dude, Mr. Abnett. Miguel Mercado's doing a B cover.
So isn't swashbuckling a pirate term?
I guess you can swash some buckles in space.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you would say that, wouldn't you say Han Solo and those folks are like swashbucklers? But they use lightsabers and things.
You make a valid argument.
Get your buckle swashed in one of these books too.
Do you think any of them ever rollick?
The movie Relic?
No, rollick.
All right.
Did they ever go rollicking?
Rollicking good time. There
you go.
Oh gosh. Novelist, don't you know? Don't get that shit twisted. Novelist Dan Abnett.
Yeah. Red Rising. I read. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh wait. Oh, wait a minute. By Pierce Brown. Sorry, I just recently read the first 2 books in Red Rising. That was a surprising to stumble onto that. It's a novel. It's a series of novels.
Really? By whom?
Does it say there? I can't remember. I read it on my phone, so I don't have covers to instantly go to.
By Pierce Brown. Okay, it says so right there. Pierce Brown, her first comic.
Oh, his wife is reading it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, you can get one just like this if you want, Mike. They're probably pretty much giving them away.
Oh,
they're so damn cheap on the at the Alternative City shop. Link down below in the description.
Yeah. Let's go to Janet in the Sky for some on the spot fact checking.
Oh, sorry. I mean, can you step on each other's toes? That's funny. Swashbuckling refers to behaving in a brave and exciting way, often like a daring adventurer or fighter, typically characterized by flamboyant and heroic.
All right. No frolicking.
No.
Or rollicking.
No rollicking, no.
It's definitely no frolicking.
All right, then. All right. Oops. One more time. Oh, man. All right. So, that Flash Gordon thing, man. Someone down here kind of like threw a little shade. Nice. Flash Gordon will finally be readable again. It's got 9 likes.
Dan Abnett.
Man, I'm sad Adams is leaving. You're the only one, bro. But Abnett is a great replacement. Excited to see where they take Flash. Another character free from Jeremy Adams. Damn. There's something to celebrate about. Damn. And Abnett, too, might pull this I've never read a Flash Gordon book. Well, now's a great time to start, Ando, I would think. I was already enjoying this book, but Dan Abnett is taking over. Mad Cave is making all the right moves to keep me invested in what they're putting out. I like what you're laying down. I guess it's unanimous. Dan Abnett is cool. I like his Titans run.
Yeah.
Man, his reputation precedes him.
Back in the before times when I had a different podcast with a group of folks in my LCS, we had someone who every time we would say the word Dan Abnett, his reflex action was to say, Dan Abnett, mighty is he.
Now, there was a Dan Abnett fan there.
Yeah.
Mighty
is he.
Sinbad the sailor, mighty belt as he. Remember that one? No. Anybody? Nobody? All right. The next one we'll take a look at real quick is Alice Forever After. Forever After. This is another one. The other one is Briar. By God, I remember his name on the tip of my tongue. I know he got such slander almost at a Mark Spears level when he wrote the book. I can't remember the guy's name. He's the writer of Briar, which is the story of Snow White, and this is Dan Panosian, who's writing the Alice Forever After, which is Alice in her not so good times after Wonderland. There's dangers all around for Alice and her family. Thomas and Theo escalate their threats, pushing Edith to pursue a secret new plan. Meanwhile, Alice's grip on reality slips as Wonderland presses in from all sides, and the White Rabbit brings a warning she can't ignore. How far must she go to save her daughter from the Cheshire Cat's clutches? That 3 times real fast. Yeah. So the Cheshire Cat, not a good person in this one here. You would think they would be. Cats are cool. Giorgio Spalletta. Hey, I just go with the John Gong. That's interesting. I would just go with the Dan Panosian A cover on this one. Dan Panosian writing and drawing a lot of this. I think he's doing some cover work, but not a whole lot of the interior work on this. But he does a lot of the cover works on this. Yeah, another great telling of a public domain fairy tale.
I was going to say there seems to be over the years kind of a whole string of Alice titles and also Dorothy titles. Wizard of Oz, Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Yeah,
Oz.
Like what if versions of those characters, kind of.
Because it's so many possibilities in that public domain stuff. Robin Hood, Wizard of Oz. And here with Alice and of course Snow White. So yeah, so many possibilities, endless possibilities. One might even say. One that I would probably skip over, but just a quick look is the Thundercats. Is any love for the Thundercats from your camp?
No knowledge of it. Seriously, I have missed major chunks of like animated features in my life. Like none of the X-Men cartoons, none of the Marvel cartoons made it to on my radar as I was growing up.
Oh well, a lot of those are in like this gap. You are about the same age, so like a lot of that stuff fell like later on.
Yeah.
I missed it. Most of the X-Men cartoons. Most of what I've seen for the X-Men cartoons has been in reruns. And when this animated series came out a few years ago, I think that was probably was it Netflix or when they had the book. It was like at the same time as 2-3 years ago. Remember that?
Hey, Damien.
X-Men 95 or whatever.
Welcome aboard.
Something other. Hey, Damien, what's happening? Oh, that's one vote for Thundercats. Yes.
Yeah.
All for you, happiness. All for you. Civilizations collide in the crossover event of the millennium when Pathro originally set out on his mission to launch a new satellite high above third Earth. He never imagined that he would wind up changing the destiny of 2 entire galaxies. But as soon as he boarded the mysteriously deserted space station and began digging into its workings, that destiny was set in motion. And now the day of reckoning is at hand. Alerted to an anomaly at a long dormant base in a quarantine sector, the Copper Kid, Quicksilver, and Chromium, the Silverhawks' newest member, defy Stargazer's order and set out on their own to investigate. But as soon as they land on the Forbidden Planet, they are confronted by a fearsome band of strange cat-like warriors and quickly find themselves in a fight for their lives. The battle was joined by more Thundercats, including several whose fearsome abilities threaten to overwhelm the isolated Silverhawks. But when a second vessel appears in orbit, it becomes clear to Panthro that reinforcements are on their way, and not even the Eye of Thundra will be able to stop them. Thundercats mastermind Declan Shelby kicks off his greatest Thunderian saga to date with Thundercats X Silverhawks #1, both writing and drawing this 40-page inaugural issue that serves as a spectacular opening chapter in this 15-part crossover. Lord have mercy. Titles over 5 months. Woo! Now, you think this description is long?
Over 5 months, it said?
Over 5 months, 15 parts.
So that to me says if it's 5 months, that's 3 parts per month.
3 parts per million, yes. Yes. There's a lot going. This is a dynamite venture, so there's a lot going into this.
Throughout the summer, then.
That's the summer event you've been all waiting for. Featuring astronomically appealing covers from Shalvey, Lucian Perillo, Eric Canete, Ben Oliver, as well as a special piece of classic animation art, Thundercats X Silverhawks #1 also features 2 tremendous incentive editions, a special cover reproducing Declan Shelby's original layouts for this issue, and an autograph edition of Ben Oliver's cover signed by Thundercats' original series voice actor, Larry Kinney. Woo! Wow. So you're welcome, happiness. That's all for you. I hope you like this book. I hope you buy it. I hope you enjoy it. Man.
I was going to say, before you scroll down, dare we guess the number of covers?
Oh, 15. Oh, I was short. But, what are you going to do? It's dynamite.
Yeah.
So it's liable to be it's a 1 in 10 Declan Shalvey, the one they were talking about with this layout. I'm all for variants, but that one just looks kind of weird. I love my variants, but I don't know if I would make that like a variant cover. Paper shortage? What paper shortage?
Every time, every time Dynamite publishes a comic, a rainforest cries.
Rainforest cries. Oh my God, that's animation art variant. No credit to the animators there. The hell with them, right? Fuck them. All right, so we don't care about those animators. Oh gosh. All right, well, there you go. Next thing we want to take a look at is Pretty Hate Machine,
which always reminds me of 9 Inch Nails as the name of their first album.
Yep. Thomas is in too much pain, as if high school wasn't hard enough when his father is killed in a freak accident and his mother begins to take refuge in the company of his uncle. Ugh. Thomas is visited by a ghoulish kid named Luther with knives for hands and rows of teeth like an ancient shark, who tells Thomas his father was murdered and that anything his mother and uncle tell him is a lie. Thomas doesn't know who or what to believe. Does he believe his friends, teachers, and mother who tell him grief isn't for the faint of heart, but it will pass? Or does he believe the demented Luther who pulls Thomas through a bloody whirlwind of conspiracies, vengeance, and slaughter, showing him the lies and corruption that surround him? Thomas must fight to discover the truth behind his father's death while struggling to keep his new friend from leaving a massacre in his wake. But that truth might be far more sinister than Thomas is prepared for. Man, how about his uncle, right? Moving on his mama soon after his father's gone, huh? What an asshole. Michael Gatos has a B variant here. Another Mad Cave joint, and this is Rod Reese. Rod Reese. I saw a preview of this too. It looked interesting. The guy with teeth and knives for fingers looks pretty ominous. I'm going to guess you might want to not take his word. Go out there on a limb. Yeah. The guy with knives for hands and sharp teeth might be lying to you. I was going to say.
Yeah, it doesn't inspire comfort and trust.
Yeah, not at all. All right, I got to go backwards again here. I went down the rabbit hole too far. Oh, no. Got to go back. Reminds me of the old days before I would know how to navigate this thing. Guess what? I still don't know. All right. Next one is going to be, where is it now? Everybody plays the fool. No, everyone loves a jewel thief. Everybody plays the fool. All right. What's a struggling writer to do except pull off a jewel heist? Novelist C. Scott Fredrickson hasn't written anything of note in years. He's about to lose his adjunct position at the university, be dropped by his agent, and possibly dumped if he doesn't publish a hit and soon. Scott has it all figured out, a masterfully scripted spectacle to dazzle the masses without doing any real harm. A local celebrity will be robbed of her prized possessions, and Scott will come out the other side as an anti-hero, showered with publicity and a lucrative new book deal. But he can't do it alone. Every compelling heist needs a crack team of like-minded crooks, and Scott's top recruits are his old high school D&D group and their ragtag townie friends coming in clutch with the getaway Geostorm. Oh God, the getaway to Geostorm doesn't break down. It'll either be the greatest story C. Scott Fredrickson, as opposed to F. Scott Fitzgerald, has ever told, or someone's going to end up dead. Maybe both. Grab a D20 and roll for the stealth in this new heist articular adventure from Tim Seeley and Aaron Campbell, because everyone loves a jewel thief.
That's weird that they make a role-playing reference. That D20, that's a role-playing reference, a 20-sided die.
Right.
That's an odd reference for a book, unless there's something I'm missing.
Well, I guess because he's using his old D&D boys as a game.
That's it.
He's trying to go all in and do that.
That's funny then. Okay. Perfect reference.
yeah. I don't play D&D, but I guess it has something to do with the game there, so I guess I just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good song. Thanks, Mike. No exception to the rule. All right, man, look what time is getting to be. You think it wasn't 8:15 already Pacific time. It is time for the penultimate book.
Cue Alan Parsons.
You know it, buddy. Now it is time for the penultimate book. You have any guesses, sir, of what they might be?
No.
You're no fun. You fell
I forgot that was something I could do. I wasn't paying that close enough attention.
Okay. No worries. No worries. It is time for the penultimate. You shouted out Alan Parsons. That's all that matters. You shouted out Alan Parsons. That's all that matters. So that book this week is Estuary, a ghost story from Oni Press.
Huh.
And as you might guess, there is no trailer.
Ooh.
So, out of the bloodstained past of old California, a different kind of devil is rising with the tide. From rising stars Tim Daniel and Daniel D.B. Andre, Crush Death, Morning Star, and modern horror virtuoso Man House, Mine is a Long, Lonesome Grave, comes a chilling tale of secrets buried deep beneath the surf of the idyllic California coast. Atop a rocky cliff overlooking the Pacific Ocean sits the mission at Arbues Point, a 400-year-old Spanish mission made infamous as one of California's oldest and most haunted historical sites. But beneath its crumbling tourist trap facade, a reclusive nun has spent decades within the mission's walls, honing her prayers and practice in pursuit of a secret long buried beneath the majesty of the chapel and under the dark waves of the tidal estuary below. When marine archaeologist Maris Cristobal accepts the nun's offer to begun excavating a fabled shipwreck lying in wait beneath the mission's turbulent waters, she'll soon discover that the sins of past and present are about to wash together into a harrowing surge of vengeance that can no longer be contained. There's Tim Daniel. Tim Daniel, and Tim Daniel's an artist, I want to say as well, right? Tim Daniel does art because I think he does one of these covers, for sure.
I really like the A cover there.
David Andre. Yeah, the A cover is very nice. It's very nice. And who is the A cover? That is Man House. Man, let's take a closer look at the A cover. Man House. Estuary. I feel like I pre-ordered this. It has that look, that feel. It's only 3 covers. Of course, the incentive covers look very much like the main covers. Vanessa Del Rey, another great artist, has done this one here. And this is the Tim Daniel variant. Kind of spooky. Estuary, a ghost story. And there's a couple of Suspiria. Suspiria is doing so much good stuff. Big Clutch.
Oh, that's nice. I like the torn cover effect, and the aged cover effect.
I do love that. I do love that so much.
And the other one looks like it could be glow in the dark. The neon green.
Yeah. Let's see that one. Yeah, this is the Third Eye.
Green.
Third Eye Blind. It's just like a different filter.
Yeah.
Not me about a filter. I don't know. Maybe they did some kind of a magical like Photoshop filter change and made it different like that. But it's very cool. I like it. Estuary. So did I sway you on this one at all, or maybe not?
Nope.
I like your honesty. This is a 1 in 20, black and white, also Man House. That was the same thing. Just yeah. I do like the fact that she wants to lead the penultimate life with time. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my God. I like where your head's at.
There's an earworm.
I like where your head's at, Mike. Another good song. Man. Great song.
Back.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Estuary is gonna be
same cover again, different filter.
Same cover, different filter. Same thing. Well, I think it's gonna be I think it might be good. I do free diving, and I have never imagined a ghost underwater. I hope this book changes that. Big premise.
IDW had a kind of a cool, I don't remember the title, thing about haunted underwater stuff, shipwrecks.
As if underwater ain't scary enough as it is, man. For God's
sake. I know. I've got a fear of depths. I don't need to do that at all.
I don't need that. Ooh, ghosts combined with submechanphobia? Is that how that is? Submechanphobia? Sounds like it. I gotta look that up, baby. Sounds like fun. Submechanphobia.
Submechanphobia.
That's a word of the day. When you hear that, scream real loud. Yeah.
Stand by.
Yeah. What the blue blazers do that mean? A true jab, for real, for real. All from the mind of Prince. All that stuff from the mind of Prince. All right, so that is your penultimate book for this evening or morning, whenever you are listening. All right. We don't got to go far for the last book. So I'm going to take a quick look down to see if there's anything else I want to side swipe real fast. Dork number 1 going to its 4th printing. Absolute Wonder Woman number 16 with the Absolute Zatanna. What else? Nothing else. The Future is Fucked number 12.
It can't be that fucked. There's 12 issues.
Number 13 is going to be the big one, though. Man. I guess that's pretty much it. This is pretty much none. Critters, kind of like this animal kind of plushy kind of fetish thing here. But hey, do each their own. So the last book is going to be...
There's Dork sketch cover.
Dork. That's amazing how that's coming out as a 4th printing blank. And so... Did I pre-order that? I thought I might have. I think I did. I hope I did.
Roscoe's gonna jam on that, I bet.
Roscoe. Yeah, man. You gotta get you some Roscoe could jam one of those covers, man.
Yeah.
I want to be like him when I grow up. The last one I want to take a look at here is right next to an estuary. Dead by Daylight.
Oh, I like that.
Do you now? I'm also Titan Comics, Dead by Daylight. The Hillbilly. So I guess there's been more than one Dead by Daylight. This is, I guess, an ongoing game. You know about this already?
Well, no. You know what? That reminds me of something that would be an Alan Moore Swamp Thing villain.
Oh. Look at those shoulders on that motherfucker. Man, he's been in the gym, though, right? You gotta have a big ass sledgehammer in one hand. And
that's a healthy dead thing.
Yeah. Chainsaw. That's one of the big ass gas chainsaws, too, boy. Boy, man, he's been in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
That's a heavy saw. Yeah.
Oh my God. Dead by Daylight. Explore the origins of original Dead by Daylight killer, the Hillbilly. Spin-off from the critically acclaimed horror video game Dead by Daylight. Comes with an exclusive game code. Unlock an exclusive in-game charm using the unique code found inside. A rookie cop uncovers the face of pure evil. When Officer Darnell Hollis makes the largest drug bust in his small town's history, a success draws the attention of City Hall. The fast track to success, this could be life-changing for Hollis and his young family. But the rookie is haunted by horrific visions of violence and viscera in awakening nightmares. And on Cold Wind Farm, Hollis is confronted by a monster who is kept in a dark basement and lives for the slaughter. In the dense fog, a man called Boy tests the strength of his chains, waiting for the day he will break free. A man called Boy. He's very pissed off because nobody will call him a man.
Could be a boy named Sue. Is it
a boy named Sue.
Song?
Or a man called Horse. One of those.
Yes. Yes.
So many possibilities here. Either way, he ain't getting no respect, and he'll have none of it. Francesca Siriga. I'm sorry. I tried. Nice cover though. And Nicholas Mortensen. I like the colors here. Love the color scheme. Oh yeah, that's just the using those the greenish and the blue green and the yellow and the red.
That's a black light poster.
Isn't it though?
I'm so tempted over the years to get a black light or mini and didn't just go hog wild on black white light art and stuff in the man cave or something. And
can you still find that?
You can. I just don't do it. In fact, now that's LED black lights.
Oh,
so they don't even put out the heat that a regular black light does.
Oh shit! Now I'm gonna have to get some now.
Well, careful, man. You're gonna go get ready. I don't want to do that to myself. I'll just go down the rabbit hole.
You might bring a young lady over or something. It's like, oh, you got black light.
Next lava lamps. Come on.
Yeah. Maybe in the other room, perhaps. I don't know. Oh, that's the hillbilly. It's got some definitely some creepy vibes here. It's Dean Kotz cover. The hillbilly. I don't know about this game, but maybe there'll be some crossover because of the game thing. The Whirly sketch variant. Very cool sketch. Another sketch where you can see actually where it came from. You know, that's good stuff. Literally uninstalled a couple of weeks ago because of how pathetic BHVR is. I don't know what that is. And timing of this is poor for me. It's just 6 months ago, I probably would have been freaking out and getting every cover. Oh my fucking God, DVD. I'll skip this for now. When they fix the game, I could reconsider throwing money at DVD.
Yeah, it's a comment on the game.
Yeah, in my bad cover. Yeah, so but the other person said, is this my sign to hop back onto DVD Day Before Dawn? Let's say it is. I'll give you a thumbs up for that. Yes. Hop back on, buddy. Because I'm just hyping books. I'm that guy. I'm the book hype man. Yes. So there it is. And that's the show. And that is to the very end.
Grab your skates.
Grab my skates. Yeah, you know what's good for you. Who is that? Is that Scooby?
Yeah, Scooby's back here.
Hey, Scooby.
He's got something in his sights.
Oh.
Not sure what.
We got this infestation of beetles coming through the wall here, like there's some vine grew through the wall and beetles all the path. It's like, and I can't talk my boy Felix into chasing them and eating them.
Oh, really?
Look at him and stares at him like, yeah, that's a bug, all right.
Yeah, no challenge.
Ah, that's too easy. You know, if it was a damn rat that you shouldn't be eating, like a fake rat, he would probably eat it, right? Because that'd make him sick.
My cats would like play with them to death by accident, kind of thing.
By accident,
yeah.
But
why did it stop moving?
You know, fun. you just with squish. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks to everybody who stopped by. Hey, Damien. All good things must end until next Wednesday. Thank you for hanging out, my friend. Glad to see you as always. And thanks to my good friend Phil for coming on in and being my engineer. Great show to get off my lawn, cat dads. You got it, buddy. You got it. Oh man. So if you looking at us on the replay or you jumped in from the start, we love you just the same. And man, I don't know what I'd do without you folks. You guys are just so cool and so knowledgeable. What do you got going on coming up, Phil? Anything?
The only place you'll ever see me is over at Geek Out with Roscoe's channel, besides here, where I co-host his Monday night art stream called the Drawn to You art stream. That's every other week. And then every other week on Tuesday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern is Roscoe's Late Night Addiction, where we have absolutely zero itinerary.
Oh, cool. Well, people need to know about that, man. We need to know about more Phil, and more Roscoe. That's what this world needs for sure.
Yeah. Come join us.
Come join us.
We're moving on down the list.
Yeah, no. But snappy tunes as well. Yeah. All right, we're gonna let you guys go. Thanks for stopping by. It's getting late. I know it's everybody's bedtime. So read your comic books, sell your comic books, cut them into little pieces and make paper dolls out of. I don't care what you do, as long as you have fun, because they're your comic books. Do what you want with them. You know, they're Mark Spears comic books. There's no shame in that. So until next time, we'll see you guys next week. God willing, and the creek do not rise. We'll be back again for another good time. So until then, peace and love. Peace and love. Good night, all.
Denver! City by the Bay! John Denver!
Is a fire really necessary?
Ask them.